peace, and love. Take your glasses off so you don't get the glare. I am Sister Alexis of Divinely In Tune Doula. And as vegans and vegetarian, we are often bombarded with questions wondering if we're getting enough nutrients in our diet. Surprisingly. Well, definitely understandable for someone who maybe doesn't know the full realm of vegan and vegetarian diets. But let's just entertain that you are pregnant or getting ready to have a baby. You may be worried about your breast milk intake, right? Especially with all the different stories you hear from your friends, how they weren't lactating and they didn't have enough milk supply for their babies, and so they had to supplement with formula, all different types of stories. But today I am going to teach you my very special raw, no bake, lactation vegan cookies. I know that sounds really good to you all. And by the way, no, this recipe does not contain breast milk. That's a whole nother station. So today we just have a few key ingredients. All these ingredients, you want to make sure that they're organic and non-GMO. So the first thing we're going to start off with is oatmeal. You can get raw oatmeal. Peace be upon him, Dr. Sebi, may his soul rest in peace, would not have recommended oats. So if you have quinoa, I'm using red quinoa. You can use red quinoa, you can use white quinoa, you can use the whole tricolor. It doesn't really matter, in place of the oats. So you would go ahead and take 1 bowl of rolled oats. You didn't see that. And you're going to take a portion of that oat and you're going to ground these oats later. We're going to take ground flax meal. And again, the quinoa is in place or in addition, depends on your diet. If you're going for straight Dr. Sebi, then you would mix the oatmeal all together and you're going to focus strictly on the quinoa. Quinoa, you're going to get your Brewers Yeast, which Brewers Yeast, Dr. Sebi would not recommend that as well. But in place of the Brewers Yeast, we're going to do Seamoss. So I've already cleaned my Seamoss, boiled it down, dried it, and dried it out in a dehydrator, and I grounded it. Now, Seamoss is one of my favorite things, and it sounds very odd, and please don't mistake it for carrageenan. It's different, sourced from the same product, but it's a different over process, seaweed added, extracted, completely different. But one thing that I love about seaweed is that our body requires 102 minerals, and seaweed contains 92 of the minerals that we need. Brewers Yeast is also very high compact, high B complex food source, and especially in chromium and selenium. So if you're looking for that, that's definitely where you can find it. As vegans and vegetarians, it is very hard to get your B vitamins, so you have to really focus on it. You have to be very precise about your meal planning in order to make sure that you get all the nutrients that's necessary for your body. The sweetener, you can use whatever you like. I try to stay away from refined sugars, and if you're going to have sugar, try to have the best possible. And I think one of the best possible sugars to have is coconut sugar. So I have the coconut sugar here. What I love about coconut sugar, it is very great for pregnant women because it's full of iron. You have your iron, you have your potassium. It's just a great vitamin source for pregnant women. And the last ingredient two of the last ingredients, one is make sure you get a good organic vanilla. Whether you use the extract or the actual vanilla bean, it doesn't matter, but make sure it's good quality. And the last one, instead of water, it's up to you. Some people prefer water, or they might even use apple juice. I'm going to use coconut water. And if you would like to get fancy, you can try different ingredients. This is just the base for your lactation cookies. This is the base for it. You can mix and match. You can do all different types of things. And if you want, you can put cacao nibs in here. I'm actually going to put some cacao powder in this too. So I'm going to get all these ingredients together and I'll be back. Peace, y'all. Peace and love, y'all. I'm Sister Alexis. I am here to finish up the lactation cookies. Yum, yum, yum. So after you add all your ingredients together, one thing that I didn't say, but I will put all of this in the comments, and is to make sure that you make a flax egg and a Seamoss egg. And that's basically taking your liquid and mixing it together and letting it sit for a little bit, because it helps for the cookie to keep it all together. So you want to make sure you do that, and then you add all your ingredients, your wet and your dries together, and then you mix it and you taste it to make sure it has enough sweetener for you. Because sometimes it's like people will make it and they didn't taste it along the way, and it's kind of hard to add any type of sweetener unless it's like a syrup, agave maple syrup type of thing. So be considerate. Coconut syrup too, they are actually making that, so be considerate of that. One thing that I love about coconut sugar, in addition to all the great minerals and nutrients that it has, is the amino acid complex, the essential amino acid complex. So if you need the additional nutrients, definitely just go ahead and stick to the coconut sugar. So after you mix all the ingredients together, you're going to take it out from your bowl, and you're just going to combine all the ingredients together. You roll it together, and then you flatten it out, and they end up looking like this. It smells so yummy. I added the cacao powder to it. Then you want to either put them in the fridge for a little bit, for a couple of hours. You can freeze them. Sometimes people like them for a nice treat like that. Or what I am going to do is I'm going to put them in a dehydrator for about 6 hours at 115 degrees. I just want to dry it out a bit. I love Seamoss. I don't generally love flax. I've been trying to stick to an alkaline diet based on Dr. Sebi's recommendations. I use certain ingredients today just for recipe purposes. Sometimes it's hard to get certain things, so I wanted to show you the variety of things that you can do. So I hope this is really helpful for you. I know it's going to be helpful for you. This recipe worked wondrous for me when I was breastfeeding and nursing. I had so much milk. I had to freeze milk. It was crazy. So this, if you are in need of help, this will help you, and at the same time you're getting a lot of nutrients in this. So I hope this is really helpful for you. Please share with someone. My next video will be for women who can't or will not breastfeed, and it will be an infant baby formula. I'm really excited about that, to share that with you all. Thanks again. Peace, y'all.